Girls of Reddit, what was the most heart-melting compliment you heard from a boy? When I was in 3rd grade, my teacher had us all group up in boy-girl pairs for a project. The girls would sit at a table, and the boys would pick which girl they wanted to work with. One boy who I had a crush on immediately walked over my table and sat down. When I asked him why he chose to work with me, he said, "Because you're the best girl out of all of them." I still think about it today, it was such a sweet compliment. I was approached by a nice young man the other day who told me I'm cute. I am 70 years old. I was literally just picking up trash and he said, "You're the type of person that's gonna change the world." One time when I was in a train station in Pompeii, we missed our train, and I had to sit down, but there were only like 3 benches and 100 people, so you do the math. So I sat on the ground in pain and sweat, and this Italian guy walks past me and says something in Italian. I can't speak it, so I just nodded and smiled. He then asked if I spoke Italian and I said no. He then said, "Well, I just said you were beautiful." That still makes me happy every day. Here's some tough love but important fact to know: any compliment is heart-melting when it's from the right guy. Also potentially creepy from the wrong guy or in the wrong context. My boyfriend said "I love you" for the first time the other night, and we were chatting the night after, and I told him that it really surprised me. He said, "It just felt natural, everything with you feels really natural." He doesn't talk about feelings much, but that made my turn to mush. The work that you do every day amazes me, and I love the way you care so much about other people. I have a really emotionally demanding career and have worked really hard to get where I am. There is no better compliment to me than one that shows how much my partner sees me, you know. "Mommy, you're the best mommy in the whole world." "My son, you make me feel like it's Christmas morning every day." Once told my boo, "You're so beautiful." Then she got all cheesy and was like, "Only because I'm so in love." I was like, "Nah babe, it's because I'm in love with you." Then she was all like, "So love has blinded you." Chicks, man, you can't win, you know. Me, when he was graduating top 3 in our class, "Congratulations, I wish I could be as smart as you." Him, "Yeah, but I'll never have the level of emotional intelligence you do." He spoke like it was obvious, but it was the first time I realized that was something valuable. Years ago I was casually chatting with a coworker when he said, unprompted, "You have a very pleasant sounding voice." I was a very quiet person, and as a young girl I was used to only ever hearing compliments about my appearance, especially from guys. It was always "You're cute/hot, nice lips/eyes/hair/s/tits, etc. Hearing that he liked my voice made me feel like he actually wanted to listen to what I had to say. He wanted to hear me talk instead of just wanting to look at me. It was the first compliment he ever gave me, and I haven't forgotten how it made me feel. We've been together for 5 years now. I'm proud of you. After some deep conversations and hearing some things about my life, hardships, and still managing success. I never hear that. Melted my whole heart. A guy once told me that I was the kind of girl you see in a library, become friends with, and slowly fall in love with over time. There's nobody else that I would want irritating me on a daily basis than you, my love, my husband. We have good banter. I was complaining to my ex about how my goals had no real value. My dream is and always has been to be a fiction writer full-time, and he was getting ready to join the Navy, and I had a whole complex about it. I was upset and said, "I'm not a doctor, or a med student, a nurse, a teacher. I'm just someone who makes up stories." He said, "No, you're someone who brings joy and escape to people. You create worlds. That has plenty of value." A guy once said in the shop, "You're beautiful. Not so special," but he just went away, not expecting answer or conversation, or even thank you from me. Just to say that. From my boyfriend, "You are so beautiful. Not just physically. Everything about you is beautiful. The way you create things, the things you like, all of it. I'm infatuated with you." I replay that in my head over and over when I'm feeling inadequate. He recently told me the thing he loves most is how much I care about everything. LOL. For me it always felt like a negative. Like I'm always caring too much and I'm too sensitive. Hearing him say that's one of the reasons he fell in love, namely the time I was late to work because I didn't have it in my heart to drive by a couple dogs that were stuck on a highway, made me feel like my care for life isn't a weakness but a strength. I was feeling bad one day because I'd been really grumpy at work and taken it out on someone else at one point. In defense of another person, but still. I was starting to worry that I wasn't a nice person anymore. Hello anxiety, my old friend, and my O calmed me down by claiming I was like a compass. While a compass always points to true north, I always point to true kindness. We've been together for 14 years and I think that might be the sweetest thing he's ever said. A little boy told me this, "You are so kind to me. Your kindness could protect me from a buffalo." Happened in my first year of 7th grade. Yes, I was held back. I was one of those special needs kids, and I had to take a test at the time, so I was walking to the S office. I got in there and a little 3rd grade boy stared at me for a second before saying, "You're the most beautiful girl I've ever seen." Melted my heart tbh. I'm not sure if this is a compliment, but my so and I have been together for quite some time now and he didn't go to college, sad story behind it. And then I found him one day looking up and listing down possible courses to get and I told him I was happy for him and that I would support him all the way, but for some reason, I asked him why and he said that he wants to get better jobs and save up for our future. I tried my best not to tear up. So the best compliment wasn't words. He served me coffee and I asked for milk and sugar, but the milk had gone bad and he didn't know until just then. He just stood there for a moment, then went, "Oh, but I have hot chocolate powder." We'd only talked a few times, but he recalled me saying I make faux mochas sometimes by mixing hot chocolate powder into my coffee. It sounds like nothing, but that was actually a really huge thing. We were at a party and someone noticed I had the sun emoji for him in my phone. They asked him what mine was in his phone and he just blushed and said it was just my name. His friends dug him a little for it, so about 5 minutes later he got his phone out and quietly changed my name to Euler's identity. He was a computer science major. He then quietly leaned to me and showed me, then said, "Because it's the most beautiful equation." Still breaks my heart that we didn't work out. Oh. I'm a guy but I fucking nailed this one once. I noticed a friend of mine's face looked different one day but she wasn't wearing makeup or anything. Just one moment the light hit her and I said, "Your eyebrows look amazing today." She near burst into tears and told me no guy had ever noticed them before thanking me. Lads, it turns out ladies actually put a lot of effort into that stuff. Who knew? Him telling me that he loves me for me. The good, the bad, the messy, and the scary. He's here for it all. A teacher once said my cupcakes tasted good. I spent the whole of the day before working on them. God, my life's sad. Saving this thread to use later. You remind me of summer. Whose summer? I was in online class and there were only 3 people. I forgot to turn off my mic and just started singing. I just noticed when my male friend said I had a nice voice. So yeah, the first compliment I got since lockdown. A drunk homeless man yelled poetry at me. Not even that deep, but my boyfriend told me I had princess hair one time as he was running his hands through it, and now every time I look in the mirror I think I have princess hair and it brings a smile to my face. I thought this was just going to be a summer fling. That's before I realized you're so amazing. Hey girl, you looking for a stud? I got the STD. All I need is you. I like you more than cinnamon toast. I said that there was a lot wrong with me because of abuse I sustained from an ex, and the guy I was dating just looked at me and very matter-of-factly stated, "There's so much right with you." From a guy I met in college. The flowers grow when you smile. I hope he's doing alright. He was really sweet. My boyfriend told me one night as we were going to bed, "Wow, I love you. Like, increasingly. And I'll probably love you a little bit more when I wake up." He always is just dropping heart stoppers like that and it's amazing. I write them down to remember them verbatim. LOL. From my husband. The way you waddle is so cute. Like a penguin. And then he flapped his arms at me. I'm super pregnant right now and that just made me feel so nice. I had finished making love to a guy and he paused and said, "You have a great body." Needless to say I blushed. Bear in mind he was a personal trainer and I was worried he would frustrated I didn't have a flat stomach or toned butt. Needless to say, I blushed. Who the fuck wants a normal girl? That sounds super boring. You're crazy, and that's fucking awesome. And not crazy crazy. Good crazy. I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere. Not like here. Here everything is soft and smooth. My youngest brother looked at me for not even 2 seconds and said, "You look very nice today." No, he isn't 4. He's 11. How many 11-year-old brothers compliment their older sister without being told? Exactly. Not many. I think about it every day. It is strange to think, I haven't seen you since a month. I have seen the new moon, but nothing of your beautiful face. The pieces of my broken heart are so small that they could be passed through the eye of a needle. I miss you like the sun misses the flower, like the sun misses the flower in the depths of winter. Instead of beauty to direct its light to, the heart hardens like the frozen world your absence has banished me to. I next compete in the city of Paris, I will find it empty and in the winter if you are not there. Hope guides me, that is what gets me through the day and especially the night. The hope that after you're gone from my sight, it will not be the last time that I look upon you. Our friend had recently become paralyzed and was discussing how she felt like a burden on her partner. When we were alone later that evening, he said, "You know, I would always be there to take care of you and would never consider you a burden. You are a respectable, ambitious, deeply devoted, and sensitive soul. You have the world at your feet and the wind at your back. I would consider myself the luckiest guy to be by your side for the journey." Beats any compliment on the physical. Those are nice too, but not heart-melting, just temporarily cheek-reddening. I got my first and only secret admirer letter when I was a junior in high school. He wrote a poem that I have since lost, but it started out something akin to, "Your hair is cold fire and your eyes are warm ice." I'll never figure out how he snuck it into my backpack. Wait. You guys get compliments? What's a compliment? In class I checked it was some sort of delicacy food for the rich or something. Girls generally like compliments on hair, nails, shoes, taste in music, shared hobbies. Dangerous compliments, makeup, jeans, form-fitting clothing, can come off as creepy sexy time compliments. "I love the way you taste, smell, your skin is so soft, damn that ass though, you have a body like a goddess, damn you are beautiful, wow you're amazing at ______." Bedroom compliments when dropped at the right time can boost confidence for women a lot. Serious relationship compliments, "It's so sexy when you do the dishes without me asking, hell yes I want takeout again, thank you for wearing your headphones during video games so I don't have to hear the gun sounds, I love it when you make the grocery order, thank you I will take a beer, yes I know it's 4 p.m. I love you. Your eyes so green. I like it." The stupidest one, but it honestly made my heart melt. The most heart-melting moment though would be junior year. I went to the CAF to briefly say hey to my boyfriend, and after a few minutes of poking at each other he got up to hug me, but I jogged away from him. It was basically a game. I ran over to the stairs and turned to see how far he was, but just as I did that he grabbed me and kissed me. I seriously melted on the spot, it was so romantic. Loudly crying face. That I look good without makeup, to me that's a compliment. I swear some women don't like that in a "I wear makeup for me not you" way. And then we get that "wait how did I offend her" moment guys get into sometimes. In math in 10th grade, the guy I liked told the teacher, "My name is just super smart" when I answered correctly. And I died. Because I always struggled in math and school in general, and I'm really not smart, but that compliment made me feel good. Now it's just "I love your ass." So it's been pretty downhill since. This was said platonically from a friend, but definitely "You make me very happy, I'm glad we're friends." He's very closed off when it comes to his emotions and how he's feeling, and it was wonderful to know he felt the same way I did. Smiley face. Just got off work hosting at a restaurant Valentine's dinner shift when I was 17. Was kind of bummed the dude I was crushing on / had been making out with didn't say anything. Stopped at a Rite Aid. The cashier who rang me up asked if I had any big plans for the holiday. I told him no, just got off work and headed home. He goes, "Really? If someone like you isn't doing anything today, what hope is there for the rest of us?" I don't think I've ever felt so pretty/embarrassed. I'll always remember that compliment, it made my night when I was feeling down. I doubt he'll know how good he made a stranger feel that night. Always kinda wished I'd gone back inside and gave him my number.